Stand last word, work, we don't play. DMV heat coming straight your way. No visit to the 757, we ride. Rusty Bird got the bullpen live.
Hey, what's up? Welcome to the last row of Rusty Bird. And like I always say, it doesn't matter about your first take, it's your last word. And I'm blessed to have here with me today some stars from the Battlefield High School baseball team. They just won VHSL Class 6 state championship. These guys have been at it for a while. We knew this was going to be a special class, and they've really done. So co-hosting with me today is a Prince William legend, Jay Golson. Welcome to the show, Jay.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Yeah, Jay, why don't you go ahead and tell folks where they can find you?
On Facebook, The Real Prince William County Sports Board. We have almost 6,000 members. Come join. We keep it real.
All right. Sure do. We sure do. All right. And then we'll go ahead on and we'll start with you, Tegan. Go ahead.
My name is Tegan Leach. I'm a junior at Battlefield High School, and I play first base.
All right.
My name is Luke Raflo. I'm a junior at Battlefield High School, and I play second base.
Okay, cool.
My name's nicomoritz, student Battlefield, play center field, and I'm a junior.
Hold on, Nico. Tell them, this is the fastest man in Prince William County, Rusty.
I saw that.
This young man being a world-class sprinter, Joshua K. Smith, in a 60-meter dash last winter, and winter truck meet indoor.
Wow.
The fastest man in Prince William County, nicomoritz-toledo. Okay, go ahead, Rusty. I'm sorry.
Gracious. Good stuff. I saw that. Good stuff, man. Go ahead. Let's set the stage. All right. Everybody knows you already won the state. You won the state championship. It's a tremendous season. But let's step back a little bit. Let's go back about 4 years ago. All right. 4 years ago, before you all even entered high school, you all had tremendous youth and travel team success, and you all already also committed to college. But talk to me about 4 years ago, and one person can kind of just summarize what that was like. We'll go with you, Yogi. What was it going into your 8th grade year? What had your baseball time been like, and then what was some of the special things that happened?
I mean, going into my 8th grade year is definitely a busy year. Got to get out, got show in front of the colleges, talk to the coaches, And next thing you know, we all committed to Tech with the core, with good chemistry. We love the school, love the coaches, and just couldn't be happier than be able to play not only in high school, but college ball with my boys.
Who committed first?
If I can remember right, I think maybe Chase. I'm not sure, though.
Okay, your cousin Chase, Colangelo.
Yes.
Okay.
So how many of it is it you that committed as 8th graders?
5.
Okay, I thought it was 5. Okay. But I followed you for a while. Jay's often talked about you, but I also know Mike Colangelo very well, especially from his days at Colgan. I know the family. They've been on the show, big fans. I've talked about you because I have a nephew who's a really good baseball player, and he's down out in Norfolk. He plays baseball at Maury High School. They're Class 5. You guys probably played a lot of travel against him, but his sport now, he's gravitated towards football, and that's probably where he'll be recruited. But his mom and dad both graduated from Virginia Tech. My younger brother played college football at Tech. He was a middle linebacker, and his wife was a very successful volleyball player at Virginia Tech. So they are big Hokie fans. So when I heard you all were going there, I was excited to hear that. Now, I wish you all had decided to go to VCU, because that's where I went to school. And we've had some tremendous success over the years in baseball, but Virginia Tech is fine. So you great 8th graders. Did you all play at the same middle school?
Go ahead, Nico.
Did you play?
Sorry.
Did you play middle school baseball, or did you stay with your travel?
I played middle school baseball. I don't think Tegan and Yogi did, but I did. They were at Reagan Middle School. I was over at Bull Run Middle School.
Okay. All right. Now, how did your team do in your middle school years? Did you guys win the championship?
So in 7th grade we went undefeated, because that was the team with Jay, we had Luke Raflo, we had Garrett Camp, we had Brady Burkhardt. So we had that team my seventh grade. And then eighth grade, we kind of did well. We still won, but we didn't go undefeated, but we did good.
For Tegan. And also Nico and Yogi too. Now, when you're in eighth grade, you get an offer from Virginia Tech. What's that like pressure-wise? You get a lot of pressure from the community, a lot of haters. How did it feel getting accepting an offer as an eighth grader to all three of you all?
I mean, it was obviously a big deal, and it was unheard of at the time. But I mean, I think us five, we handled it well, and not a lot of haters. I mean, they're obviously out there, but a lot of supporters across like the county, but from my friends and family from Florida as well, and they're all supportive. So it made it a lot easier for sure.
And Nico?
I would say honestly, it kind of made us feel a lot better and supported because us as like our five, we kind of realized that we have like a whole lot of potential than what we like could understand at the time. Like, yeah, being an eighth grader and committing to a D1 school is really surprising, and people are going to put a lot of pressure on you, but as us as the players, it kind of like eased us like down and said that we were confident enough, we had much trust in ourselves to do what we do and to be able to be in a program that's, as Virginia Tech, is really good, and they having trust in us, so it gave us a lot of confidence.
And Yogi?
I mean, just as what they said, being in eighth grade, it's a big decision. Spending your next 4 years at college, and now you're in high school. It's a huge decision, and we were mature enough. We talked. Everyone talked with their families. Couldn't have been more support. I know for my family, they're very supportive. I can only imagine with Tegan and Nico's family too. And I just think with the support from we had behind us, it really made the decision pretty easy for us.
Okay,
Cool.
Go ahead, Rusty.
Oh no, that's a great question. So you all end up at Battlefield as ninth graders, right?
Yes, sir.
Fab Five.
And I know, Fab Five. That's right. You guys, and you all had some. So how that first year was it a little rocky? How was it? Were there a lot of expectations? Did you all play right away? Did you all start? Tell me about that ninth grade year.
That ninth grade year, we all went to the Battlefield, and we were expected to do great things, and we all lived up to it for sure, making it to the state quarterfinals. But we came up short, had some injuries along the way, but overall, it was a great season and a fun season. Definitely a good introduction to high school sports.
Ooh. So that was ninth grade. Then 10th grade. So, Nico, why don't you tell me about last year?
I mean, obviously, we sadly came up short against Gainesville, but at the beginning of the season, after our freshman year, we felt a lot more comfortable with the environment and got to understand what we were getting ourselves into. So we kind of rolled along and got a lot better of like what we're supposed to do on and off the field, who we are as players in the box, or if on the mound, like whatever. We just got to understand our abilities a lot more and grow off of that year.
Okay, let me ask you, did you all see Gainesville coming? I mean, it was a new school. At that point last year, it had only been open, I think, 4 years. Or at least 4 varsity seasons. And, I covered a lot of their football games because I knew a lot of the players and they had a lot of success very early. But did you all think or even realize that Gainesville could be that good that quick?
Yeah, I think we did. We know a lot of those guys. Like, we work out with them at Complete Game, and they're a bunch of stars guys. So especially the upperclassmen, they had a good core of players. And those games against them were always fun, competitive, but they ended up on top. But props to them. It was a fun game, and yeah.
Speaking of stars, Yogi, how has stars helped you become a player that you are today?
I mean, just the training, the development, it's just next level. Attention to the small details. It just brings your game to a whole nother level.
Okay.
Now, I did just want to ask one other thing about last year. So last year, you all played Gainesville in the state championship. But what some of our viewers may not realize is Gainesville is not only a Prince William County school, but it's also a Cedar Run District school. And that district has to be the strongest district in the state when it comes to baseball. Probably the next toughest would be that Concord district with Centerville, Madison, and Westfield. Those are some yes, Centerville. You also have Chantilly in there, Herndon, and Westfield. Herndon was in the state championship game 4 years ago, I believe. Then they played 3 years ago, right?
Yeah,
but they played Freedom South Riding, who at that time was in your district as well, and I believe Freedom won that state championship, right?
Yes.
Didn't Freedom win like 4 years ago? Because I remember Colgan lost to Herndon in the semis, and then Herndon played Freedom South Riding. And I believe Colgan had beaten them during the year. But anyway, my point is that district is extremely strong, extremely strong.
And Rusty, also a lot of Stars players there too.
Yeah. Yeah,
So, yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And so this year you get Independence in the district. You know, I remember that was a new school back in 2021. Because my Ashburn school, I think that first year they might have been Class 4, then they moved up to Class 5, and now they're Class 6, and they're in the Cedar Run District. And not just baseball, but Jay, I know you're aware that Independence has been a powerhouse in a lot of sports representing that Ashburn area. Like I said, in a really tough district, but you got out of there, played a very tough schedule. And you started out, things were a little rough early on. So why don't you guys kind of give me a summary of the regular season?
I mean, we have a very talented group on paper and in game. And with that, it came a lot of expectations. And with all these stats and rankings of being the second best or best, whatever it was, team in the state, I mean, it put a lot of pressure on us. But I feel like early in the year, we just needed to come together as a team, obviously a talented team, like I said, and with a lot of great guys. And once we all clicked together as a team, it was easy from there. And you saw us grow as the season developed and ended out on top. So,
question for Nico though, because Independence this year, what happened the previous games? What was the problem y'all had against them in the regular season?
Mostly it was just execution, even though, we, on how Tegan said, on paper and how it looks, we have the best players in the state. It's just we weren't able to execute. And, that's just the game of baseball. You're going to have those games where you're going to be able to execute, like winning like 15-0 or not being able to execute and being a close game, like those games like 13-10, 10-11, again, like Independence like we had. It was just a matter of us hitters, us pitchers, and our defense maintaining ourselves, and the fact that we just needed to execute a lot more and a lot better than what we did.
Okay. And Yogi, question. Which team is more talented, this year's team or last year's team?
I mean, that's a hard thing to say because the teams are pretty much the same thing. But, I mean, both teams were solid. Both teams played great. And we came together as a team. We had great team chemistry. And we got a job done. We did what we needed to do, and everyone played a role on the team this year.
This year's team's a year older, and you've had those experiences from the last 2 years to lean on. And Jay, we were talking about Independence. You guys lost to them 3 times before beating them in the state championship. So 2 of those were regular season games. And then was the third one a regional or district game?
Regional championship.
It was a regional championship. Mm-hmm. That's what I thought. Regional championship, which meant you had to go on the road, play a really good Centerville team.
Yes.
Yeah.
Out of that Concord district, which has South Lakes in it, and South Lakes was a team that beat you also earlier this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. So having, playing those earlier games against Independence, and I see how, Independence was putting up a lot of runs. And I know one of the things for baseball, it comes down to a lot of times, and this is at all levels, pitching.
Yes.
Because you have so many, games that are closer, or you can't, like, you can rest people at certain times during the year, but then you have rules about how often somebody can pitch. How did you all feel comfortable with how your rotation of pitchers was going to be laid out for the postseason?
I mean, especially against Independence, our offense was always there. I mean, first 2 games in the regular season, put up 10 runs both games, but didn't get the job done. So I feel like pitching, I mean, Independence is obviously a great hitting team, but we never had like a dude on the mound until the state championship game. Like, we always have the offense to back him up, but Alex Komprowski on that state championship, he was just a different breed, and he made us very comfortable of getting that state ring.
If asked, would you have pitched in the 7th inning as a relief pitcher? Would you have done that?
Would I have?
Yeah.
I mean, I would love to pitch in those big games, but injuries are a thing. So
1 inning.
Oh, my arm.
Trust me, I wanted to be out there as much as you wanted to see me out there. So
all right.
So in the quarterfinals, you beat Centerville, then you crushed Hayfield 14-0, and then tell us a little bit more. Describe that state championship game. I know it was some exciting big plays. Jay, why don't you tell us?
It was basically back and forth, like 1-1. Mm-hmm. And then in the 7th inning, Luke Raflo just hit a bomb, a grand slam. And after that's why I said put Tingan on the mound now.
No, that's what I want to say. So guys, tell us that feeling with the grand slam home run. Just to tell us, build up to how that went. Tell me who got on base first. Tell me who were the people that got on base before that monstrous home run.
Go ahead, Yogi.
I think the inning led off with Brady Burkhart. I don't remember how he got on base. I think he walked. And then Christian Gomez came up and hit a single, but turned into a double with a bad throw. And then I came up to the plate and drew a walk. And then that's when Luke Raflo came up and hit his grand slam.
Wow. And that was in the top of the
seventh.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Top of the 7th. So they had one more chance to bat.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. Right. I am watching games. I get nervous. And I've played in a lot of sports, and I feel like when I'm playing, I get it. I'm doing what I have to do, but I get more nervous watching my kids or the team I'm rooting for. How did you all feel in that bottom of the 7th inning? How did you feel? Were you, maybe, I'm sure you had some nerves, but were you confident? Did you feel good? Or did you just feel like, hey, I just don't want to be the one to make any mistakes? Tell me how that last inning, bottom of the 7th inning went.
Well, Nico.
I mean, we were all confident that Raflo was going to do some great. He's a great hitter, so we had great confidence in him. But once that ball came off his bat, it was like a dream come true. It was always like those bottom of the 9th inning 2 outs for like a little kid to dream that they hit a grand slam, or like that one movie scene in the movie Moneyball in the last second when he hits that home run. It was just that feeling where everyone got so hyped, and like we knew that we had that game secured after that, and we just started celebrating and got hyped.
Now, Nico, the 7th inning, after the second home run by Independence, what was going through your mind? You thinking Red Sox, Yankees, Red Sox, Mets in '86, or what was going through your mind?
No, I still had confidence. I still said to myself, we still got this no matter what. We have one of the dudes, so I had great confidence on himself.
What about you, Tegan? That 7th inning at the bottom of the 7th.
I mean, it was a close game the entire time, 2-1. But after Raflo's home run, I think it let off a huge relief on all of our shoulders, especially Josh Gunning, who ended up closing out that game. and just know he had room for error, and it's shown. Like we were up 6-1, a first pitch of the inning home run, gets the next guy, and then another home run, but still got a 3-run lead. So I just feel like it was a huge confidence boost for Josh and helped him battle through it and ultimately getting the final out.
Absolutely.
Great, great. And I know you all, were excited, but also a sense of relief after the previous 2 seasons. And again, we are very proud of you all representing not just the Battlefield, but the Prince William County community overall. We're just really proud of you guys. So now, guys, let's go ahead, or I want to know a little bit more about you outside of the baseball field. And we'll start with you, Yogi. Did you all ever play any other sports, or were you just like destined, I am a baseball player, this is all I'm going to play? Or did some of you play youth soccer, ever play football? But go ahead, Yogi. What was your youth, or just growing up, what other things did you participate in as a youth?
I mean, ever since I was a child, I've had a baseball bat in my crib, so it's just been in my blood since then. But I played soccer when I was little. I played AAU basketball up until I was about 10, and then right around 10, is when it was straight baseball from there on out.
Now, Yogi, basketball, were you a shooter or a passer?
A little bit of both. Definitely more of a passer, I would say, though.
Okay. Unlike me, but okay, that's good.
All right, Nico, what about you growing up? What other did you play? Other sports? Any other activities? Martial arts or art, singing, piano, music, anything? What else? What else did you do?
I mean, so yeah, just like how Yogi said, I've basically been picking up a baseball ever since I was like 1 or 2 years old. But I've gotten a couple other sports dabbled in there. I used to play golf, like actually competitively. I play golf for fun now as a side hobby. I played football at Battlefield High School for 2 years. Played it all 3 years at Bull Run. So there's that, and then I did swimming, and then I did soccer. My mom is Colombian. I'm part Colombian, so her and her side of the family would be absolutely embarrassed or mad if I never picked up a soccer ball or kicked soccer in my life. So that, and that's basically it. Now I'm just here playing baseball with the boys and just having a great time.
Now, in football,
Nico, you've also ran in track.
I did run track, yes. Also, I forgot about that last year.
Was that
now in football? Hold on, Rusty. Now, football, were you a running back?
I mean, I was dabbled in as a running back, but they put me out as a slot receiver, and then they mainly put me at kickoff return and punt return.
Now, did you ever race Cole Woodson?
I didn't get to race him at all during the practices, but our speeds were actually very comparable. We were very close to each other when we were doing 8-4-2s, doing like running drills. So, I mean, I would say I'm kind of close, I guess.
Okay. Now, if you were to race Joshua K. Smith tomorrow, the 60-meter dash for $1,000, who would win that money?
Give me a good stretching drill for about 30 minutes and I might win, but I don't know. It's a hard. He's a fast runner, great kid, but who knows?
All right, Tegan.
I've always played baseball my entire life since I was 3 years old.
3?
Haven't, yes, sir. Haven't felt love for any other sport. I mean, I love all sports, love watching sports, and then playing it casually, obviously. Like, I'll play basketball and toss the football around, but I'm just a competitor in general. Like, whatever it comes to, it could be fastest to shower in the morning or whatever. I'm just a competitor for everything. But baseball, it's been my life, and I've made many, many great friends through baseball, and yeah, it's the only sport I've ever played.
Now, if you had played football, what would you have played position-wise?
I'm not sure, Nico. That's a question for you. What position would I play?
I said this my freshman year. I said you should play tight end or mid linebacker. I'd said something about that.
I like that. Yeah. Yeah, obviously at Battlefield, Coach Hatfield over there, he's always hinted at me, wants me to get on the field, but my mom doesn't want her baby getting hit too hard. So
Jay's mom said the same thing.
Oh no.
All right. So look, so for any of our viewers who have not seen you play, I want you all to do this. I want each we're going to have somebody describe the other person, somebody else's skills. So Nico, I want you to tell me, I'm a recruiter from VCU and I'm looking at Yogi. Tell me what kind of baseball player, what are his skills, what are his strengths, what could I expect if I was to recruit Yogi?
So one, in class and in school, he's a great kid. He does well in whatever he does, no matter what. In the field, in the field, he's a great person, great teammate, very twitchy swing, makes hard contact, the ball's gone. Great fielder. He's got an arm. He can play anywhere in the infield if you tell him to, besides first base, because I've seen him at practice try picking a ball. It's not really well, but it goes with it. But if you ask him to do anything, he's got you. He's there for you. He's great teammate, great kid, great person.
Okay, Yogi, tell me about Tegan.
I
I'm recruiting
mean,
him.
he's like a glitch in the matrix. Everything just looks so easy for him. But I would say definitely plus bat, great fielder, great teammate. I mean, anything you ask Tegan to do, he'll do it for you with all his power and all his effort he can.
Now, does Tegan have wheels?
It depends on the day, but he likes to think he can move a little bit.
Having wheels may not translate to stolen bases. Who led the team in stolen bases?
Oh,
okay. I'm just checking. All right. And I assume that, but I'm gonna tell you, it's like when it comes to football, I had a pretty decent 40 time, but there were a lot of guys that had good 40 times, or guys that didn't have great 40 times, but they had football speed. Like you look, if you watch, and this is old school, but Emmitt Smith, he never impressed me as being fast.
Mm-hmm.
But once he got out there, you couldn't catch him.
Yeah.
And so some people may be able to have track speed, but that doesn't mean that translates in baseball, in stealing bases or in the outfield going to go get something. Okay, so good. So that's kind of what I thought I'd hear, is that Nico led the team in stolen bases with that speed. Now, Tegan, can you tell me about Nico?
One word to describe Nico would just be electric. I mean, as a leadoff hitter, he always gets the game, sets the tone, first of all. And I mean, everything's just lightning fast, not just his speed, but his hands are lightning fast, and his reads in the outfield. It's arguable to get a better glove out there in center field. I mean, when the ball goes up in the air, no matter where it is in the outfield, Nico could call our other guys off, and he'd probably still make the play. So it's just fun to be around him. He's a fun teammate, and he always likes to challenge people, even at practices, and those are always good times with Nico.
Good stuff. Okay, that gave all of us a little more insight into you all's skill sets. All right. The last thing before we get into totally away from baseball, we know a little bit about some of the influences in your life. Who have had some of the biggest impacts in your life? It could be related to baseball, in and out of sports. It could be from your family, but who would you say are some of the biggest influences in your life, Yogi?
The biggest influence in my life definitely has to be my parents. I mean, my mom, she works her tail off. My dad, he will do anything to support his family. And they're definitely just, when I grow up, every parent says that they try their best to make their kid just as good or better than them.
Keegan?
My biggest influence is, you can ask anyone, it's obviously my mom.
yeah.
I mean, her work ethic is unheard of, and I learn everything from her, whether it's my athletic ability or even just always being there for people and making new friends. I would like to call myself a social person. That definitely comes from her, and the stuff she's done to support me in my life, and not only in baseball, throughout everything, is unheard of. Even got to the point where, like, even hanging out with my friends, they sometimes come over to my house to hang out with her, not even me. So that just goes to show how much she's loved by everyone around her, especially me. So
I
Okay.
agree on that one.
Nico.
I mean, basically, it's the same answer across the board. Obviously, my parents have played a great impact on my life since, I've grown up with them and known them my whole life. My dad, being a DEA agent, taught me to be respectful and great young man at such a young age. And then my mom, she's where I got my laughter, my smile, and my social part of my life. So I got to just thank her and just the fact that she's also still here with me and with my family to here today after battling cancer for
What?
a couple of years. Yeah,
Wow.
battled breast cancer back in I don't know who knows when, but thank God she's off of that now. She's cancer free. So just
Good.
thank for her and thank for God for fighting. And
That's a blessing. Yeah.
yeah, and just I wish I knew this person, but I don't get to know him. Barry Sanders, at a young age, I'm a Detroit Lions fan, so Barry Sanders taught me no matter if you're on or off the field to be a respectful, humble person, no matter how hard you work and who you are as a person, just be humble no matter who you talk to or what you do.
Now, question
Thank you,
about your dad.
Nico.
Question though, Nico, about your dad. Was he a baller growing up? Was he an athlete?
Yeah, I mean he was a baller, I could say that. I mean he went to Kent State in baseball,
Oh,
D1,
okay.
yeah. And but my mom, she played she did track actually. She did run track. So she kind of involved
Oh,
my influence in running track. So she did do that.
yeah, great
Cool.
parents.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Outstanding. Outstanding.
all
Now,
y'all
Nico,
do. Yeah.
Nico just answered what the next question I was going to ask, and he mentioned Barry Sanders. Yogi, who is maybe your favorite athlete of all time? And again, it doesn't have to be baseball, but who's your favorite athlete?
Favorite athlete of all time? I'll probably have to say Derek Jeter.
I knew you were going to say
Oh.
that.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Mhm.
Tegan.
my favorite athlete of all time is Mookie Betts.
Oh,
Oh,
A
cool.
little bit of
Cool.
history on why he's my favorite is back in 2018 when he won that World Series with the Red Sox. Earlier in that year, when I lived down in Florida, I was at a Rays versus Red Sox game at Tropicana Field, and Yandy Diaz, first baseman for the Rays, actually hit a home run into right field, and I was lucky enough to catch it. And a cool thing they do at Tropicana Field is they'll give you this little certificate if you catch a home run. And if you bring that to one of the gate numbers after the game, they'll bring it down into the clubhouse and have the player who hit it sign it for you.
oh, wow.
And so,
Smooth.
so I caught that home run ball, got the certificate, and we were supposed to, it was me and my mom's first time at that stadium. And so we were supposed to go to gate 7 or something, whatever it was. And we had no idea where it was. And everyone was rushing to get outside to beat traffic. And we were trying to find gate 7. We ended up doing circles around the entire stadium. And so when we finally get it, we're sitting in like the lobby area, and we hand it to the lady working the front desk with the certificate saying, I caught this home run, whatever. And he's like, well, you came a little late. The player might have already left, but I'll bring it down anyways. And so she brings it down. And as she's down in the clubhouse, in walks Mookie Betts, and he sits up against the wall waiting for an Uber or something. And my mom taps on my shoulder and is like, Tegan, is that Mookie Betts? And I'm like, oh my God, that's Mookie Betts. And my mom's like, go get an autograph. But I was like 10 at the time, so I was obviously so shy. So my mom walks me up there. I was also with one of my other friends. And earlier that day before the game, I caught a JD Martinez home run ball in batting practice. And so I had him sign that. I had a Mookie Betts shirt on, and he signed that. I got a picture, everything.
Wow.
And the lady comes back up and is like, yeah, I'm so sorry. The player already left. And me and my mom were like, we don't care. We just met Mookie Betts. And so ever since that, I've always followed him. He's been my favorite. Like, my favorite team at the time was the Red Sox because of him. And when he got traded to the Dodgers, that became my favorite team. So wherever he goes, I go. And I just have a personal connection, I feel like, with him because of meeting him in person. So that was a
great story.
That was a pretty awesome story.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Now, Nico, we didn't ask you that specific question. So just in case there is another person besides Barry Sanders, anyone else you'd like to say is maybe your favorite athlete?
I would say probably Ricky Henderson. I mean,
Oh,
I've been
yeah.
watching him for a while, just studying how he was able to become the stolen base king and all that. So, he kind of influenced me to set all my goals for stolen bases and batting and everything. So that's kind of just like my other influencer, great player that I like.
Great, great player. Jay, besides me, who's your favorite athlete of all
ooh.
time?
My favorite athletes of all time, O.J. Simpson. I'm joking.
He was a baller. Hey now.
He was a baller. I would say baseball-wise, Barry Bonds. Now, I met Barry when I was 18, and he was 20 in the minors. But he was
at Prince William.
Yeah, he was nasty to us. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No doubt.
Great player, but unlike Mookie, Barry will walk right through you and not say nothing.
Yeah.
Like get out of my way.
He's known for that. Yeah. Yeah. My favorite baseball player of all time is Cal Ripken.
Yeah, that's a good one, Chip.
I loved Cal Ripken, man.
Yeah.
Because even though I grew up in southeastern Virginia, the closest baseball team for us was the Orioles, and we got all their games.
Yeah.
And they had a great team. I loved the players, the coaches, and then they won the World Series in '83 when I was a kid. And so, Cal Ripken was the consecutive games
21-63.
Of all time, consecutive games started and played.
Nice guy too.
Very, very nice.
Yeah.
And you all didn't get to see him play, but what he's done for youth baseball has been tremendous, over the years. Oh, let me ask you this. It doesn't have to be your favorite team, but if you could be drafted by any Major League Baseball team, who would it be and why?
Ooh. Yogi. And the first pick out of Virginia Tech.
I mean, just to be drafted in general would be something amazing and great. But if I had to pick a team, I'd probably have to say the Yankees.
I knew
it. The
Yankees.
The Bronx Bombers.
Tegan, come on, you like the Sox at one time.
That'd be a good rivalry.
All right, we'll go with you, Tegan. Same question. You could be drafted by any team.
If I'd be drafted by any team, I would probably pick the Colorado Rockies.
Whoa!
Because the Rockies, at least right now, aren't the best baseball team. And so if I was to get drafted, it would mean it would be a higher pick. And so going higher in the draft would obviously be a dream come true. And then playing in that stadium, it's a beautiful stadium. And the ball flies there. So it would be fun to take BP every single day at Coors Field. I mean, it would be awesome.
Yes. Yeah, no doubt. Nico.
I mean, basically my family's pushed me, or my dad's pushed me to be a Detroit fan in any fan base. So, I mean, it'd be great to be picked by the Tigers, but honestly, I would really honestly love to be picked by the Chicago Cubs.
Okay.
Have you ever been to the state, to Wrigley Field?
Yeah, I've been there. It's because I got family up there that lived there. My cousins, from my dad. So, I go up there about like every year. We get to go watch a game and everything. So, I mean, I fell in love with the field once I walked in that stadium, and it felt great.
Yeah. One of the things we've done, my wife and I'll give me a sec, Jay, is in the summer, we've tried to see all of the U.S. So we've been to 42 states. We go in the summer and we try to see all the major colleges and go to baseball games. And if it's a big city, we go to the major leagues, but we love minor league baseball. We love it. I was heartbroken when the Peanuts left this area. But I've been to Wrigley Field, but I've also been to some smaller stadiums all around the country, and I just love. When I've gone to Charleston, I've gone to their minor league teams in Kentucky, just everywhere. So big fan of a lot of teams. But Jay, what about you? Do you have a team?
Oh, definitely the Dodgers.
Okay. Really? But has it always been the Dodgers?
Always been the Dodgers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I was going to say, because you guys pick teams based on who you kind of like. Now, Tegan did part of what I was thinking also is, for me, I would also be like, okay, I like this team, but it would be nice to live in Miami. The team's not that great, but living in Miami's got to be fun. Living in LA, it's got to be a blast. Yeah, so it's but again, you want to go with a good organization, where you fit in the community and all that. So every answer you guys gave was great. Nobody said the home team, the Nationals, or the Orioles, but I feel you. Okay, all right, good stuff. Next question I wanted to ask you all is, we usually ask people about their favorite movie, but there's a whole genre of baseball movies. Bad News Bears, Little League. It's just the Major League. It's Field of Dreams. Do you watch a lot of movies, or do you stream anything in particular? But if there's anything specifically related to baseball, do you have a favorite movie that had baseball in it?
I mean, I think Sandlot has to be one of the best baseball movies.
Yes. Yeah. Sandlot. It's really cool. Yeah. Is it anybody else have anything different? I'll tell you, for me, it was the Bad News Bears. Like, that was just, I'm talking about the one way back in the 70s, maybe, Jay, early 80s, with Kelly. He was the tough kid, and then who was that? It was the pitcher, the girl.
Tatum O'Neal.
Tatum O'Neal, yeah, like that movie was really cool. The newer version with Keanu Reeves, I didn't like, but anyway, that's my favorite all-time baseball movie. Although there were some Field of Dreams and Major League were great too. Nico,
I would probably say either Moneyball or The Natural. Those are probably my top two baseball movies.
Yeah, very good, very good. Oh, those are great. Yogi.
I mean, I grew up watching Sandlot and Bad News Bears, so those are definitely my two baseball movies I watched and watched multiple times.
Yogi, if I'm not mistaken, in Moneyball, your uncle's locker was in the background, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's really cool. Okay. All right.
Why you, Tegan? Why you, Tegan?
I think the first baseball movie and one of my favorites that I've ever watched is Rookie of the Year.
Okay.
Where he breaks his arm and then pitches for the Cubs.
Yeah.
I love that movie. It's a great story, and it has a little bit of comedy in it too. So it always brings back memories for sure.
That is great. All right, so we'll wrap this up with one last question, and so you can answer either way. I'll ask, who is your favorite superhero? Okay, do you have because we just went this weekend, and my wife and I in Myrtle Beach, we went to go see Masters of the Universe with He-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Really good movie. I don't know if you guys ever had the He-Man cartoon growing up, but Jay, we had the really old version of that, and it was really cool. But I saw He-Man, not that that's my favorite superhero, but great superhero. So I want to know if you have a favorite superhero, and then besides that, tell me, what is your superpower? And I'll give you an example. I have a superpower, okay? And I've said this on the show before. My superpower is I just know and can get around anywhere with directions. I can remember something. I can go place one time. In fact, my family for over 20 years has called me Roadmap. Like, before GPSs were out, they would be like, Rusty, how do you get here? I'd be like, oh, well, you want to go this. I didn't need a map. if I've been there, and the other thing I do is when I drive places, if I've gone there, I'll try to go different ways depending on what I think the traffic will be, and figure out the best way. Even if I've done it 100 times, probably did it 25 different ways. So roadmap is my superhero power. And then my favorite superhero actually of all time is actually Aquaman, and that's kind of corny, but I just liked him when he was in the Super Friends. All right, because he can't do anything unless he's in water. All right, Nico. Do you have a favorite
I can kind of
superhero?
answer both questions. I would say my superpower is just being like really fast, and then my favorite
Okay.
superhero is kind of just the Flash. Because I
Sweet.
It's a
found that
good one.
Okay.
connection, so.
Jay Golson, is yours Fat Albert? Is that
Yeah.
That way less than you.
your superpower is eating? Okay. Well, we'll come back to you, Jay. Yogi.
I mean, my favorite superhero would probably be Superman because he does it all. He flies, he's
Yeah.
strong. I mean, and my superpower, probably I can remain calm in any situation.
Sweet. That's comes in big time in baseball. Okay, I like that. Tegan.
My favorite superhero, I don't really know if he's a superhero because he does a lot of bad things, but I like Deadpool.
Oh no, that's cool. I love those movies. Yeah, I like Deadpool. Yes,
I love the
that's a
way he
good
carries
call.
himself. It's just funny to me. Those are great movies. And if I had one superpower, it'd probably be that any like little sport, not like the major sports, but any little sport I'm always good at, whether it's ping pong, pickleball, cornhole, darts,
You don't
any of
want me
those
in Jenga,
backyard
son.
games.
Jenga right here. Connect 4.
Yeah. Even
Okay.
board games. I'm always good at that. I don't know what it is, but it might not be the
It's a
best,
cool
but
one.
I'll always compete for sure.
I like that. Jay.
I would say Batman.
Yeah.
As superpower, I have no idea. I put the fifth
You
on
don't
that.
worry. You don't have one. Don't worry.
I plead the fifth.
Fooling people into thinking you were an athlete. That is your greatest superpower. And
Hey, I
somehow,
was in the playoffs. You weren't. I was in
Okay.
the playoffs.
Okay. No, you do have a superpower of selling houses. You're pretty good at that. All right. Well, look, guys, this has been a lot of fun. I really, really, really appreciate you all joining the show. You've really blessed a lot of people with your presence. What I ask that you do before we sign off is this is called The Last Word with Rusty Bird. So if you have any last word that you want to close with, whether you want to thank somebody, you have a Bible verse or a saying or anything you want, it will let you go ahead on with your last word. We'll start with you, Nico.
I would just say, just be yourself and be you. Don't go through life with a rush. I'll quote Ferris Bueller right here. Stop and look at life once in a while, because if you don't, it can just zoom on by. So just be yourself for as long as possible, and then just work hard and do the things that you got to get done. That's all I got.
Okay, I like that. Yogi.
I mean, just live life. Just to never look back, never take anything for granted. I mean, life's too fast to scroll by and take things for granted, and nothing in life would be possible without the big man up top. So make sure you thank him, pray for him every day, and if you have him by your side, anything's possible.
Thank you. I like that. I like that. Tegan.
First of all, I just want to thank you guys for having me. I mean, this is an awesome opportunity. It's been fun. But Yogi will like this one. My last thing to say is LeBron's better than Jordan. I mean,
Oh my
LeBron's
God.
better than Jordan.
No, I feel you.
No, we're not starting this now.
Yes.
The comments
We're not
Yes.
starting this
I
now.
love it.
But
I love it.
LeBron's better than Jordan.
I'm not mad. Yes.
Let's go. Perfect.
But fun
Perfect.
fact, Tegan actually has a whole notes page on his
I
phone
do.
of why LeBron's better than Michael Jordan. It's all
Tegan,
false. I hope you know that.
That was
Tegan,
made,
I'm gonna
that was
have
made in
you
ninth
Tegan.
grade, so I've stuck to it. I've stuck
Tegan,
to it.
I am gonna
it's
do
all
the thing.
false.
Thank you. That is
Not
an
false,
excellent
buddy.
last word, Tegan.
No,
Let's go.
we can't end it on that. Jay, you gotta bump it
Yes,
up.
they can. That's
Jay,
his
you
last
gotta
word.
bump it up. We can't end on that. That's not
My
it.
last word is this. Who won national championship first? You guys or Noah Glover?
Us.
Oh, okay. I'll tell Noah that.
Nah.
Jay, that's your last word?
Yes.
Okay. Well, look. Again, like I always say, anybody can have a first take, but what's most important is your last word. And so I'm Rusty Bird, and I just like to close with this. Actually going to go with Yogi, your namesake's famous saying, "It ain't over till it's over." By Yogi Berra. And what I mean by that related to you guys is I'm sure Independence, after beating you all 3 times in a row, thought they had this state championship in hand going into the game. But what you did was you persevered. You guys, Yogi, I can tell you like you said, you stayed calm where other people might not have been able to do that. You guys clearly have a chemistry. You guys did not let those prior defeats bother you. You all did what you had to do when it counted. And when I say it's not over till it's over, you did it in the 7th inning. So I thank you guys for being on my show. I thank you for your perseverance. I thank you for being just the guys that you are. I look forward to being able to cover you all. I normally try to do some games with Justin and Jay, but this year I was busy doing basketball with Justin Richards on Prince William Sports Entertainment with the semi-professional basketball team, the Park City Dreamers. But I will get out there to cover you all. But again, I thank you for joining the show. Look, what I'd ask you all to do is to show me like how legit you guys are. Are you real rock stars? And what I mean by that is, how many views is this episode going to get? Because I tell you, Kogan Baseball got a lot of viewers. Freedom Football got a lot of viewers. Patriot Basketball got a lot of viewers. Maury Football, a lot of viewers. So what is this state championship baseball team going to do? Are y'all going to get the numbers or what? So let's see if people really want to follow Bobcat baseball and what it really means to this community. So I thank you all for being here. Let's see if you guys can put this out on social media, spread the word so people know just how great this Battlefield program and you players are. So for Tegan, Yogi, Nico, and Jay, I'm Rusty Bird with the last word. We're out.
Where we don't play. DMV heat coming straight your way. No visit to the 757. We ride. Rusty Bird got the bullpen live on. Let run DMZ mic hot. Game tight. Rusty B and the crew bring the real to the mic. From the field to the core, from the fate to the fun. We talk ball, talk life. Yeah, all in one.